Okay, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Sometimes humor are complicated because we feel different things even if present in the same time or same situation, and realize that this has the potential to spark a dispute or problems among us. That is why panels here I stand agreeing toward today's motion, that is to perverse a world that allowed human to transfer their emotion to other humans. This is urgent panels because this is important to embrace solidarity and also to improve human social sensitivity towards each other. Realize panels that the other on the status quo, many humans are not having enough solidarity in the community or even in the organization because of different background and different personality among the humans. Look at nowadays high school friendship circle. Most of them will have some anomaly or humans that are didn't have any solidarity in it. So maybe look at some friends who always tell you a joke when it's not the time, like after a morning when in someone's funeral. It is not appropriate, it is not a solidarity, it is have no solidarity in it. So yeah, realize on this kind of ideas is sparked on our society because many of us humans cannot understand each other good enough in a regular situation or even in the complicated situation. Look at the news when the Indonesian government froze the people's bank account that made one family lose one of its family member because they can't go to the hospital to treat the wounds, treat the illness, and realize that these kind of things can be stopped if we as humans could actually understand better. We could actually understand each other better. We have the sensitivity to understand each other. Before we move further panels, let's characterize today's motion. That is, first, a human, we are talking about human. Realize that the interest of human itself to have a happy life with other as long as possible. Realize that human is also a social creature, so that is their life is depend on other humans. So understanding and the feelings of shared faith is going to be needed to actually carrying the human lives. Okay, so the second thing is feelings. Realize that this kind of feelings appear to humans to help them socialize, but sometimes humans are not sensitive enough to understand other humans. So realize when you hold this kind of feelings, it will make you insensitive, will make you unable to understand other human feelings because you hold your feeling. And the other hand, if you do everything that your mindset or overdo this kind of feelings, you will end up in the mental hospital. And the third thing is transfer. On our world, we could transfer this kind of feelings, but some safety net else here on our side, it can be done if both sides agree to transfer this kind of feelings. So on our side, there won't be able a forcing of a transferred feeling or something. So this can be do if only both sides of humans are willing to share their feelings. Okay, moving that, realize that this is philosophical debate. So the one who could win this debate is the one who could manage to justify their idea on this motion and give more positive impact. So in our side, we will need to prove that understanding each other, we will bring positive impact, or at least we will manage to surpass some social problem because we are sensitive enough to avoid it. On the other hand, the opposition will need to prove that having an insensitivity on a social life could bring positive impact, or at least avoid any disaster. Okay, furthermore, moving to my argument panels, here I have two arguments, and first thing first is to embrace solidarity. Realize that human is a social creature panels. Realize we are relied on society to survive, even if in the modern world. Look at what is it? Kerjasama. Yeah, some kind of working together kind of things. We could actually do kind of things because we have the solidarity to understand each other. Okay, by agreeing toward this motion, we will manage to understand each other and embrace solidarity, whether we facing sadness, happiness, or even having some trouble in the desperate situation. We could share this kind of thing with other humans to actually solve this better. On the other hand, on the opposition side, they won't be able to do this kind of thing because they just didn't want to, and they will have some kind of problem because they are not solid enough. And the comparison in our side, we will have a high level of solidarity. So we will have high moral on work, studying, progressing, building something because we actually shared our problem and actually could solve it together. Or at least on our side, we could actually live together with our family because we will manage to have the solidarity upon our family. Okay, moving to my second argument, that is to improve social sensitivity and understanding panels. Realize that humans sometimes are insensitive with each other. So we need to fix this to avoid social problems, or at least solve one social problem by manage to understand each other. Okay, by agreeing to today's motion, we will earn high sensitivity towards other humans' feelings, and by that we could of course we will have to understand better, and some yeah we could understand better. We could have some sensitivity toward other humans, and by that we could actually bond together. Yeah, and by understanding other, we could actually talk, we could actually solve things better without any problems. Realize that most of the problems are came from misunderstanding and insensitivity from both humans. Okay, in the comparison panels, on our side, we will have a better understanding, thus achieve more harmony life among other humans, or at least we will avoid some social problems by being sensitive and do what we need to do and not don't do anything that is going to have some potential to ruin our social life or some kind of thing. But on the other hand, on the opposition side, they will have not kind of these things. They will have some tons of social problems because they will make themselves awkward because they told something that they are not supposed to say or something kind of things. Maybe they will say some bad things in a bad situation, so they will have some awkward moments with their belongings with the other humans. And the worst thing is they will live their life in misunderstanding and unsensitivity that is going to enroll themselves into some tons of problems for their future. Lastly, realize that our side we will manage to achieve the interest of human life itself, that is to have some social life and a happy life as long as possible because we can understand each other. So here it is. I'm proud as proposition. Thank you.